Hi guys, while my script is uploading the Carli ISO online, let's play around with the Carli ISO. So Carli is on ArcoLinuxiso.com and is a bit further down the road, right, in your university when you build your own distro or ISO or system, right, and we've called it customized ArcoLinux ISO Carli. So it used to be Plasma, we switched to xfce, you can switch to Cinnamon, to Mate, it's super easy. But let's have some fun with it. So this is again a video where we say to you guys, it's all ArcoLinux. Right, there it goes again. It's all ArcoLinux, and whether this nice little logo, which I adore, right, says we're ArcoLinux or Carli or EndeavourOS or Garuda, in the end, 80–90% of all these packages are coming from the Arch repos. So sudo pacman -syu, you have these 3 lines basically telling that's coming from Arch. And this little thing is Nemesis repo, is where I create my icon themes, and they're there, right? I just can install them. So that's maybe one of the first things you do, is say, well, this looks nice. This is the default xfce from ArcoLinux, not that default, because we've made a package to tell xfce take other right icons, right? The wallpaper is not set, but the appearance here is. So arc darker icons, papyrus dark, and you choose these things. Now wallpapers are not here, so right mouse click, and then you can do desktop settings. Here he is. And these are the default wallpapers, which at some point in time, you know, you don't want to have them anymore. So first off, there's a lot of stuff that's actually on ArcoLinux, right? Packages from ArcoLinux, wallpapers, a bunch of them. But of course, there are alternatives, like just going to a browser and having a look on the internet, which are the best websites around to have a wallpaper of 4K, 8K, whatever size. But I see I don't have a browser yet, so that's the first thing. Let's go to the internet. -s Firefox. Go get it. And as you see, it's just not Firefox that you install. It's a bunch of stuff that you install. It's a bunch of dependencies, as they call them. Look at all these names. And that's the only time we see this is if you don't have these applications yet installed. So on an Arch Linux installation, which you build up like little Lego boxes, Lego pieces, you say then now let's get Xorg and let's get this. Then you've built everything up from scratch. And then you see, oh my god, 29, right? So 28 actually, because Firefox isn't, it's not a dependency, it's Firefox. So 28 things needed to just run Firefox, and that is how Linux works. So we got ourselves a internet Firefox, yay, right? And you can go and have a look on for wallpapers and see wallpaper HD or something, and you go and see and download. Look at wallpapers, websites, and so on. Now, this is not my thing. I mean, everybody his own workflow. But sudo pacman -s variety is something that I like and love. Again, 13 more packages to just have variety, all kinds of dependencies. Then we get an application, accessories, variety, click, all kind of settings, accept and continue. These guys really don't like them, because of course I know these images as well. But what I don't know are the latest Wallhaven abstract wallpapers, right? Now he's getting wallpapers for me, and let's use Apple icon, right? There you go. And the wallpapers are coming in as we speak. And later I can just switch around, and this is already a great improvement, right? Now this down here is not Plank, it's one of the panels. So if you don't like panels, that's up to you to decide. Plank is the alternative, for example. For the rest, it's what the user wants, right? First of all, we are still Arch, right? Even though we have Nemesis repo, it's not really anything special there. It's just some icons, right? So we are pretty much still ArcoLinux. Now the thing is, you want to maybe keep be here and not have ArcoLinux stuff. That's okay, because we want you to teach ArcoLinux, we want you to teach Linux, but we happen to be an Arch, right? So this is okay for me, but at some point in time you want to install something more, like this yay thing, right? Yay is an AOR helper. Oh, we should have a look at that. AOR helper. And then you get this Arch wiki and have a look, right? There's a comparison, there are more, lots of things, Pacman wrapper stuff. You have a look and they come and go. As simple as that. They come and go. Out of date, old guys, right? They come and go. And it's up to you to choose. We have now at this point in time Yay and Paru both. But Paru is not installed on this one, so I can do Yay Paru. I get an AOR helper to get the other guy in, right? And then maybe some explanations. Paru is the application. Bin is the binary, which is an well, easier to install. This is really to be built. This is more to be extracted and put in the right place. And paru git is like the very last commit. So the last push to the GitHub, that will be this number. So if you are very Edge, you want to have Edge applications, beta applications, that's probably what you want. You want to have very last code, number 3. And when will you do that also? When the paru doesn't work. When the paru bin doesn't work. That's when I will try a paru git. So that's the last code. So maybe, right, and that's a big maybe, you have to go to the GitHub, to the developer's website, and see if he is aware of an issue and if he has fixed that issue. And then the git, of course, will be helpful. So this is the building process. Paru git is being built. And it's quite a while to build it. It's a long list of stuff he's getting in. And that applies both to Yay and Paru. They both require some time to download everything, to install everything. And in the end, I'll have Paru as well. So thinking of not becoming an ArcoLinux, right? Then life can be not that daunting, not so fun. Right mouse click, nothing is there. There's just the open terminal. Where's all the rest? That's what we've made. Right? It's in the package ArcoLinux-xfce-git. That's where it says, okay, those are our custom actions. There's none. We have like 20 or so lines. And each of the distributions out there have something, hopefully, right? Because this is the default. This is just the default. And if you go in there, you can change it. If you say exo open working directory, forget about it. I want to have alacrity. Just type alacrity. Right? You can change these commands or the key binding even if you want. Ctrl-Alt-T and all that, that's working, I guess. Right, Ctrl-Alt-T is working. Key bindings are not here, of course, they are somewhere else in the settings. Key bindings. Keyboards. In here. And it says the same thing, right? Ctrl-Alt-T, exo open launch terminal emulator, and you can set the terminal emulator where? Somewhere else in the, actually there in the same place, default something. Where are you, my friends? Make this bigger. A little bit down there. You see, it takes a while to compile and build everything. In the meantime, I keep chatting. Default applications, right? Utilities, thunar, xfce, or something else. Just select it and the exo open will point to something else. That's that. In the meantime, almost built. 283 out of 284. What did I do? Made it very big? No, there he is. So, what else could I say? So if you stick to, you can have a yay something, right? You have to find out what do I need. For example, the surfing icons are there. At this point in time, the reference is wrong. So this is an old package that you're downloading. What else can I say? I mean, it's all about making this nice or nicer. Icons, this and that. AOR, we're not going to go for Arco. Yeah, what if we continue the story that we talked about this one about, let's see what we get. Git hub and then ArcoLinux and xfce, these custom actions, right? Let's see. Development by creating an account. Let's see what this is. This is exactly what I need, right? .config, thunar, this one, raw, Control A, Control C. How is it called? UCA-XML. Okay, so I better go to home, I better go to config, I better go to inside config, I better make thunar here. This is the UCA-XML. In the meantime, it's now just only now installed, right? So paru is working. Control C. I'll talk about that later. So in here, ouch, right? How do I open this thing? Not with Firefox, with mousepad, with Sublime Text. We've added Sublime Text to your system. Control A, delete, Control V. So basically, everything that was on the website here, copy paste, and I've put it in here. Save. This is something that was asked a week ago. It's simple as that. It's just grab what you need and be gone, right? Not, well, this is what you could call cherry picking. Cherry pick whatever you see is good for you on ArcoLinux and say, oh, that's awesome. And another thing that's awesome, maybe, I don't know, right, is their bashrc. They have a great collection of bashrc stuff. So why not get the bashrc content? Raw, Control A, Control C. Right? And let's test them both. So first of all, this is the bashrc. It's a beautiful bashrc. No, it isn't. So Control A, delete, Control V, save. And we've got a lot of things now in our bashrc. So first off, the thunar. What you need to know is that Control T, thunar has to quit, like really quit. So like this, -Q, stop. Then you can launch thunar again. And we probably need to clean it up. Why is that? Let's have a look. Thunar is launched again. And there you go. All the stuff that we've added is now in there as well. Now conkyzen is not installed, right? Minus delete. Make executable. Yeah, okay, fine. All right, also good. Run, compare, extract here. Yeah, it's gonna work. Yeah. Search with catfish, gonna work. Okay, yeah, all the rest is gonna work. Just not the conkyzen, because that's something specific from ArcoLinux. So in here, the conky manager is gone. You may have seen it. Control Z, conky manager is gone. Control Y, and there you go. So that's maybe already something interesting. In the meantime, we get a beautiful wallpaper. Thank you, Variety. And actually, thank you, Wallhaven and Variety. And if I want to see, if I want to say Control T and I want to update, oh my God, right? If I want to up all, that's working as well. So Control C, Control C. So these things, they work. What else? yeah, rip is not gonna work, right? Rip is interesting. What did I install last? He's just saying the solution to you. He's saying the solution to you. Command not found, meaning sudo pacman -s expec. Command is now found. Rip. So what I've installed last is paru git here, variety, and so on and so on. So these things have been, let's see, that's something. Sudo pacman, yeah, -r paru. So we've got paru. And as I typed in up all and I found something strange about one of them. It's yay bin. Okay, it's not paru, it's yay. So yay wants to be rebuilt. That's cool, that's okay. And well, basically we can keep it running because we don't have the ArcoLinux repos, right? So you need to build more, simple as that. And bin is binary, so it's fast, it's done already. Now, the Carli grub polydark is of course not in the AOR, it's on the Carli repo. That's when you boot up, grub is dark. We sign the packages with the keyring and we know where the packages are with the mirror list. And to have these nice icons and the cursor and all that, we have the Arcolinux-xfce config. That's it. All the rest is, you got it, Arch. So I'm not gonna make this movie into how to make Carli and ArcoLinux, because that's possible too. I can just point in the direction already. ArcoLinux info, and there are so many videos about it, right? How to create, how to change EndeavorOS, Garuda, Archcraft into an ArcoLinux, because basically it's choosing boxes or Lego blocks or packages, right? And the bottom, always on the bottom, we'll keep ArcoLinux Spices Application. If we click this, we have the keys, the packages, the mirrors, they all come in, and voila, you will have 3 extra lines when you do Ctrl-Alt-T update. Now it's neofetch there, right? Because of the bashrc, we boot up with a nice logo. Maybe you want to remove this one. Let's include that one as well. We have now npacman. npacman is telling nano, go open it. And then in the Nemesis repo, at the end, you say hashtag, 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 right? And then say Ctrl-X, yes please, save it, enter. And if you update again, there's only these 3 guys now. So this is pure Arch. Maybe one last thing. Go back in npacman. Check always if whatever distribution you're on, that it's parallel downloads 5. I love candy. I mean, that's not important. That's a little Pacman thingy. But the multilib might be interesting for some. So that's a package, a repo, sorry, where there are a few packages that you may need. So if you activate that one as well, yes, you're still on Arch, right? It's just an extra database with all kind of packages. And normally we go to PAMAC, right, and have a look what's in there, but there are Pacman commands as well, which I don't know anymore. You can query L maybe, was it L? And then let's see. No, I guess not. So you know what to do. Man Pacman. Go read it again. Woo! So man is not even installed. So this is a pure Arch thingy. Alright, so if you want to read the manuals, there is something else. Oh, what's man pages or something? Man pages that we need to install with a -eric with a minus in between. Let's see. It was already installed. So man Pacman. So what does it need? What does it need? What does it need? What does it need? Man pages. There is something else that it requires. That's the thing, right? Once you make an ISO, a distribution, you say that's the package, that's the package, that's the package. So I made this decision 5 years ago. And which one is it again? I should read better my text, right? Text that says here, can't execute most. Oh. sudo pacman -s most man pacman. So it's a little bit colorful. So in here somewhere about how to find the list of what's inside the repository somewhere, right? But that would lead us too far, but there it is. So man db and man pages are there. I forgot just the package most, and that colors our stuff. Now for the rest, is there anything else except say, wow, this is a beautiful wallpaper? All the rest is of course, changing the look of your XFCE. If you say, I don't want this at the very bottom, I want this somewhere else. Let's change the panel preferences. This is just moving stuff from place to place, bottom to bottom, lock the panel, move the panel, right? It's just choices, and that's all it is. And voila, this is the default. Why not keep the default, right? It's the choice of XFCE. There you go. So really can't think of anything else except, yeah, guys, as usual, keys are important. So do remember, if there are issues with keys, sudo plus right pacman -s ArcoLinux keyring, and there you go. Remember that one. If you see anywhere a keyring, the fix key is not here, right? It's an ArcoLinux thing. You can type it all you want, but it's pointing to the ArcoLinux fix pacman databases and keys. Why is this working? Because it's in the bashrc and we copy pasted it, but the rest is not there, right? We're on Arch. Well, actually on Carli, but yes, we're on Arch. So there you go. Have fun building everything up, changing things. This is pretty much Arch, right? Nothing Arco, well, except two things. And you can grab anything from the internet and say, I want to have their i3 configuration, and you just go online and find everything. It's here. It's all shared. All right. Cheers.